Good morning, everybody. Today is February 18th, 2020, Tuesday. We just had Valentine's Day, and just like the next day after Valentine's Day, whatever candy or love gifts that were not sold on Valentine's Day, which was Friday, being sold right now at a discount at around 50%. And this something similar is happening right now on the stock market. And it looks like the major scare is the coronavirus. So maybe the shift that you should do in strategy at this point is instead of focusing on big names, blue chip stocks, I would go to micro caps or so-called penny stocks. Penny stocks, some of them were really producing some great returns in the recent couple of weeks, and because of the scare that we're experiencing at this point, there's a lot of cash that is being freed out from the market because people are selling their Microsofts, their Apples, their IBMs, and they're sitting on quite a bit of cash. But what happens is that usually this cash doesn't just sit on its own, because there's a lot of cash that's being managed not by people but by hedge fund managers and mutual fund managers and all kinds of other financial professionals. And what I see right now is that the stock market is actually diverting quite a bit of cash into cheap stocks. When I say cheap stocks, these are the stocks that are under $5. For a lot of you, this is actually could be a very good entry point and learning experience, because as we all know, it's a lot harder for a stock that costs $100 a share to go to $200 versus a stock that costs $1 to go to $2. Currently on the market, we have around 1,200 stocks that are being traded under $5 per share. I cannot say that a lot of them are great, but out of such a huge selection, there are definitely maybe 100 or even more stocks that you should consider buying. And the good thing about the current sell-off is that even if you had some very promising stocks that were I would consider like penny stocks that were trading under $5 per share, with market capitalization for the companies under $300 million versus Apple market cap that was $1.5 trillion. But if the current coronavirus continues to pour kind of like warnings of bad news in the market, this Apple market cap might shrink by maybe $500 billion, and the stock would see again $1 trillion valuation instead of $1.5 trillion. But what I was trying to say is that when you have a major sell-off on the market, it affects actually all areas of the market. It affects stocks that are trading at a $100 level, at a $50 level, at a $25 level, and obviously the stocks under $5. So, and when this thing happens, and it's I always consider it as a rare buying opportunity, because such things in a modern world do not happen that often. So the last kind of epidemic, or the last kind of disease scare we had was with as far as I remember, was a bird flu, and that was like 5-6 years ago maybe. So This is very similar to it, and I think it will pass, especially if you know, the humanity will learn quickly how to fight it. So, but back to my point, there were some great penny stocks that were growing in the last couple of weeks very aggressively. So, and usually they don't grow for such you know, to such margins, right? Without any reason. So some of the companies launch new products or new services, or they were able to cut costs, or they acquired another company, and now the combined company will be more efficient, and it will be able to cut costs and expand their sales. So obviously, to find these companies, if you do it manually, might take quite a bit of effort, probably a few hours, and you have to be staying kind of like on top of your research, meaning that you have to do it pretty much almost every day to make sure that what you are buying is still good. But there's some good news for that. There's actually an app that I designed personally that you could get by going to the website onepny.com, or as I say, onepenny.com, and it will take you directly to the Apple App Store page, where you could download, install, and run this app on your iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV, and it covers 1,200 stocks that are trading under $5 per share, and some of them are actually great stocks with buy recommendations that they already maintain for a few weeks. You know, so the company is actually, some of these companies are actually growing, and that they have some sound business behind them. So the app does analyze a lot of technical indicators such as RSI, Bollinger Bands, moving averages, but also it looks at fundamentals of the company such as sales, profits, debt. So and this app basically re-rates and assigns buy and sell recommendations on a daily basis to 1,200 stocks. So even if it makes a mistake, it actually corrects itself, and whatever it was, for example, rated as a buy, will get a corrected, let's say, hold or sell rating. So good luck with that app. Thank you for your time, and good luck trading.